Okay, we have got our pieces cut out. What I did was I put that little princess right there in front. So you want to make sure that this is going to be the front of your bodice. So you're going to cut two of these out. So we'll make sure that princess one goes in the front. Okay, so here, if you're going to make your own pattern up, you want to make sure that the front piece of your pattern matches the width of your bodice, because these are going to be sewn together. Okay, so your back, you want them more straight because you're going to need enough give in the back so that you'll be able to get that up over the doll's legs and hips. Okay, so now it's at this point right now, though, you're going to have to think about whether you want to add some trim or some lace or even some rickrack, anything you want to embellish this on. This is about the time you want to do it before you sew that those two pieces together. But your first step is going to be your bodice. So what you want to do is just put them right sides together, and we're going to leave our sides open. We're not going to sew the sides. We're only going to sew the armholes, the sweetheart, and the other armhole. We're going to leave the sides open. Okay, so let's get that sewn. Then we're going to trim the, clip the seam, and then we're going to turn it right side out. Make sure you can see. Okay, we're going to use 1/4 inch seams. So however you decide to make your pattern for whatever width of seams you want, it's you know, personal preference. So let's go ahead and start sewing this. You got to go a little slow around these corners because otherwise you won't get a smooth finish. I like to top stitch mine too, so you get a real pretty finish on it. Okay, one too many. Okay, now just finish the other armhole. Up good enough, but it's all right. Okay, so now what you're going to do is, make sure I'm in camera, you're going to trim everything down. You're going to clip all the way around the armhole. The more you clip, the smoother it's going to lay. So let's go ahead and clip that all the way across. And when you get to the corners, you don't want that bulk, so we're going to just cut that bulk off on each side. But I cut that, I went one stitch too many, so I'm just going to save that so I don't mess it up. Okay, so then here, same thing. I like lots of clips on mine, but you know, it's personal preference, but the more you clip, the smoother it's going to lay. Okay. Alright, so once you've got that clipped, you're going to turn it inside out, and you are going to get all your edges up tight. It's at this point right here where you can make sure you use princesses. This is your front, because that's what your princess is going to see. You can add your elastic in the front if you don't want to hand stitch it. You can do that now, or you can just sew on the Velcro, whatever you're going to do. So what you want to do is you want to pull all this fabric to the front, and then what we're going to do is we're going to top stitch it. We're only going to top stitch the places that we sewed. We're not going to sew down the side, because by top stitching it is just going to make it lay flat for you all along. So let me get that up here. And you can get it, if you can even do a contrasting thread if you want to, because it does look pretty when you see how nice that looks when you top stitch it. It just gives you a really nice smooth finish. Same across here on the bottom. I top stitch this, top stitch that. So it's whatever you want to do. I was at Joann's the other day and look what I found. I thought these were so cute. They're little fruit. They're Fimo clay fruit pieces. So I thought I'd make a really cute little necklace. Or you can even sew these on the bodice of one of these little sundresses, and I thought that would be really, really cute, especially if you used a fruit design of fabric. But that's another to do. Okay, so we're just going to keep doing this until we get this all nice and smooth, and then we're going to top stitch it. So I'm not going to have you suffer through me trying to get all these up and nice and firm, so I'm just going to pause the camera till I get that done, and then when we come back I'll top stitch it. So let me pause that real quick.